Hi everyone, so today I'm going to teach you how to make a nice spongy vanilla cake. Okay, so let's get started. So we have 180 grams of all-purpose flour. I've mixed mine a bit with a little bit of the wholemeal, but it's just like 1%, it's not a lot. And then we have baking powder, about a spoon, and then we have vanilla sugar. You can also use vanilla essence. Then there is butter. This is 150 grams of butter. We have 3 eggs. We're going to use the egg yolk and egg white separately. And then we have milk. This I've measured a cup, so this is going to be a cup of milk. But when you're pouring the milk, of course you want to give it the consistency you want. And of course you cannot forget the lovely sugar. The sugar is 150 grams. So let's get started. So we're going to start by pouring the 150 grams of sugar inside and bring in the butter. You can also put the vanilla sugar. I've already mixed the vanilla sugar. So what we are going to do is that now we are going to mix up to do the mixture. And so I'm going to break the eggs. Just gonna throw that in there. Oh, don't move. You just want all the egg yolk, or rather the egg white to separate. So we are going to, in this moment, just use the yellow part. Oh, don't fall. Okay. And then throw it in there. And so this is the egg white. We're going to set it aside for later. And then we just want to mix this stuff up. So I was given this recipe by a good friend of mine, Emma. And actually I got it from her during the previous lockdown. So once it's gotten that lovely consistency, I think now I'm ready to give it a little whip. Looks good. So this is quite gentle. And then I'll go increasing as we go. Then once it gets this type of a consistency, you can take the flour. I'm going to add a teaspoon, maybe and a half. Okay, not so much. And then I just want to mix it up nicely. And then you just incorporate the flour very gently in such circular motions to trap in as much air as possible, because remember we are trying to make a sponge cake. So you're trying to stir it completely until you cannot see any more flour. It's nicely mixed up, but of course it's quite tough. It's quite hard for cake. That's where our milk will come in. It's still very cold. I removed it from the fridge, but it's still very cold, so I'm gonna take it for a little bit warming. So the milk is now lukewarm. If it's too warm, you can always add the one from the fridge. I think I made it too warm. So we're just going to add just a little by little. So it's not going to be like fully 1 cup. It's just until you feel like it has the right consistency. So you're just moving it gently, mixing slowly in circular motions. Gentle circular motions. So it's still a bit tough. I'm gonna add a little bit more milk, and then gently I still feel we can use a little bit more milk. I will add just a tiny bit. It's now nice and flowy, so I'm gonna stop adding the milk, but in my estimation it's about 150 ml. Now this looks good. It looks quite puffy, and so I'm gonna set this aside. And remember, we have the egg white. Now this is the fun part. I'm gonna clean this because I will use it to beat the egg white. So you want to clean it completely, remove all the flour and the sugar in it so that it can give you the following effect. I'll just beat it. You want to beat it until it's not flowing anymore. This is still flowing, so I'll give it another beat. So this one looks good. You want to make sure that when you turn it around like this, it's not gonna come out. So I'm gonna take this off and then bring back our lovely batter. This is now what will make the cake super puffy. I have some in my hands. So let's just get stuff out. So it's quite puffy. And then actually when you get to this point, it would be a good idea to now turn your oven to start heating up your oven. Get this to this too, and then turn the oven on to 175. So this is 150, 60, 70, somewhere in the middle there. So 175 degrees centigrade, and just let the oven heat up. So when this turns off, I will already be done with this part. So let's do this. So this, you want to just incorporate it very gently. This is really what is puffing up your cake. Just want to go there in the middle as well. Try and make sure that everything has gotten that little bit of goodness. One thing I totally forgot to add was some salt. Is it a good idea to add salt right now? I don't think so. No, it's not a very good idea. It's just a small pinch of salt. That helps to balance the sugar. But I think I did it quite late. So you want to do the salt at the point where you're adding the dry ingredients. So let's hope that works out. And so one more step, set this aside. Just get a whole lot of it in here. Distributing that of flour on the sides. My oven is nicely preheated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another small stir, and then I will gently pour the mixture. So this is nice and clear. So you want to that's ready to go in. So let's go. So we're gonna set it in the middle. That's the middle, and then So 45 minutes are actually 40 minutes. So open the oven carefully and let's see how is our cake doing. Looks so beautiful. Is it done or should I give it a few more minutes? Maybe. I don't know. Here is the toothpick test. Dig it in. Oh, it's cooked. I think it's cooked. So let's get it out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So the cake is ready. And here is it. It looks so good. Okay, let's try and see how will this work. I think it came out perfectly. I hope you've enjoyed my first tutorial of a lovely spongy cake. And yeah, until next one, see you.